Well, this looks exciting. What's going on out here? Are you excited, Aidan?
Getting there.
Do you remember how to hook up? Hey, baby, want to hook up with me? This is the type of hooking up we're into, isn't it? Hey? Getting ready to hit the road, folks. A lot of packing to do yet, though. Hi there. We're getting to roll again.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
He thought I was talking to him. We're getting to roll again, and unfortunately, because we're not in the van all the time at the moment, we have to pack, unpack, pack, unpack. It's very frustrating.
We did unpack more because of the flood.
Yeah, we did. We did unpack a little bit more because of the flood. We weren't sure what was going to happen, and obviously we didn't want anything in the cupboards down near the floor. So we kind of pulled everything out and started afresh because we also weren't sure whether things were going to get smelly, like we just didn't know. So here we are packing again. And I just thought it was probably worthwhile running through how we actually go about the process. Not going to bore you to tears because we have covered this a little bit before. But we've got a couple of little extras we're putting into the van, haven't we?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, a few little things that you see and you go, oh, give that a try.
Well, after our last trip, we kind of realised there was one or two things we needed or would like to add. So
yeah. So that's always the way, isn't it? And anyway, we'll show you. We'll just show you these couple of extra little things and keep you posted on the way as to whether they work or not. So we're heading up to the Red Centre. We are not sure which way we're going yet. The original plan was to head up the Oodnadatta track. And
that was assuming we had 2 weeks, not 1 week.
Yeah, and really enjoy it. But if you've been watching our last few videos, you'd know that we've been struck down with some sort of virus. Pretty much think we've had the flu, actually. And it's taken a little bit to get over it. So Aidan's way ahead of me. He's feeling a lot better, but I'm still a bit peaky. So we're plodding, and also the roads up there have been pretty wet and pretty gnarly. So as far as we can tell, yeah. So, you know, we don't want to do those roads for the sake of doing it and going, oh yeah, we're doing this because we want to do the Oodnadatta. You know, we really want to do it and do it when we can take our time and really enjoy it. So unfortunately, because we've been crook, we've lost a good week to 10 days of when we were already...
Probably 2 weeks.
Really 2 weeks of when we were going to be away, but that's life. So anyway, we need to get up to the Red Centre. We've got Aidan's Irish niece to pick up in the Red Centre and show her around Uluru and Kings Canyon. And then we'll mosey back on down due to time constraints. Hopefully have a bit of a stop in Cooper Pedy. And Aidan and I just don't know what we're going to do on the way up now because we've got a little bit of time, but we'll certainly find some time.
We have a week.
A week, which, you know, for a lot of people that's probably not enough time, but we have done this road several times between us.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not enough time to take it slow and do nice detours, but it's good to... We'll have time to look at one or two things, but not everything we want to see. Probably.
Yeah. So, but we know it won't be the last. So this is actually my 4th time to Uluru.
Oh, look, there's a bird's eye view.
And don't make me laugh. Sorry, everyone. This is my 4th time to Uluru, and it'll be my 3rd time to Kings Canyon. And a lot of people go, oh, you know, you've done it all before. There's always something new to see. And I'm really sorry for Aidan and his niece, but I'm crossing my fingers that it rains on Uluru.
It rained the first time I went there.
Because that's one of my bucket list items, is to tick off if it rains. Anyhow, let's get on with this show. Get this show on the road, literally. We're packing. We'll show you the couple of new bits we've got because they might interest you. So we really haven't got a lot to tell you this week. This is it. I'll show you what Aidan was doing inside the house earlier because we always cryo back all our meats and cook up some meats for cold meats out in the road. And anyway, we'll show you these bits and pieces. They might be good for your van. You never know. So what have we got going on there behind you, Aidan?
Oh, I'm being watched.
You're getting to travel with 2 birds, love. 2 birds.
Yeah, but I'll be kicking one of them out of the bed before I get in.
Oh, really? Most blokes wouldn't say that. Sorry, we're trying to keep it PG. This is some new bed linen that we've got. And we, funny enough, went to buy a couch in Adelaide and came out with a cushion.
We didn't.
Tell us what happened, Aidan. What happened?
We went to Adelaide to look at a few things. The couch wasn't on the list, but a couch ended up on the list and we got a free cushion because of it.
Yes, yeah, it might be quite an expensive cushion. But anyway, of course, it's got an Aussie theme. So I just went, oh, that's going to look great in the van. And this linen is actually from Target, everyone. The throws from Bed, Bath and Table, and just beautiful. Gives us that little bit of extra warmth. But all the linen these days, as you would know, is coming in these little bags. Drives me crazy because I'm like a reduce, reuse, recycle person. I just don't buy stuff unless we really need it, really, do I?
No.
We're not interested in buying stuff for the sake of stuff, but all the wastage is huge with packaging and things like that. But these little bags...
That's because they can't wrap it in plastic.
Oh, I know, and I understand. But, you know, what we can reuse, we can. So I've popped these little... the pillowcases were in these, I think, and I've popped them into the van because we've got bits and pieces that can just go into them, like a real old grandma. And look, the head torch can sit in there beautifully. Like,
yes, that's new too, because
yes,
it's always handy to have a head torch when you have both hands full and you're trying to look for something.
Is that like a head torch to use or to light up my ass when I'm doing a bush wee, Aidan Cashman? Like what happened at Nindigilly pub?
If you're doing a bush wee and I need to turn around, don't call me when I have the head torch on.
Yeah, everyone really wants to see 2 full moons, don't they?
But it's handy when you're in the cupboard down there checking on
yes,
connections.
yes.
You have something that you can...
Yes, checking on hot water connections. Yes. So we've decided to keep one of those in the van. We have got some in the car as well. So anyway, this is all looking nice and fresh. And Aidan wasn't impressed about having cushions on the bed. Like most men seem to not like cushions on the bed. But let's tell that story. We went away last time with one European pillow on the bed. Because I need it to sit up in bed. I'm a princess. Even in my swag, people, I had something that I could sit up with. And who hogged it, Aidan?
You didn't want to use it. You kept giving it to me.
Aidan hogged my European pillow, people. So, 2-use rule in the van. We've got a European pillow each, which doubles as a couch when we're watching TV. Because as you can see, the TV's over there, swings around. And you do end up sitting in bed a lot, don't you, watching TV? The old mate Cocky here is to look pretty on the bed, and I will use it for my back, but also I will use it down here on the couch because, you know, got my lower back's not what it used to be. Anyway, we digress. So, everyone, we have got, I've shown you this before, but I'm very aware that people might have only just joined the channel. So, in our cupboards, we've toyed with different sorts of baskets. We've now got clear baskets from Kmart. We got them, and they've got such great sizes, as you can see, come in all shapes and sizes. And they are so good for your cupboards because you can actually see, obviously, what's in there. And when you've got stuff at the back, you know, through there, it makes it a lot easier. So
and you just lift it out and you can get what's in the back.
Yeah.
Having to take 5 things out to get to the back.
Yeah. And if you're newbies to caravanning, obviously we have these up here so that if you have been rolling around on the road and you open up your overhead cupboard, you don't want anything dropping out of there. Not necessarily, we wouldn't put the heavy stuff up there. Now I learnt harsh lessons with that when I first started out, but you know, it just stops everything from falling out down on you or the bench.
And as you go along, you empty something.
Yeah.
You still have the basket taking up the space,
yes,
even though it's empty, so nothing else slides around.
Yeah, exactly. Things aren't rolling around. So we've shown you those before. You all know, if you've been following my page, that I'm obsessed with these Systema containers. They can stack beautifully in your cupboards. They sit really well, and they are completely airtight. I've had beetroot and all sorts of things in those, and it works really well. The other thing we picked up this week is this little folding sink. from Big W. And one of the reasons we grabbed that was because, as you can see, our sink is very deep and it's quite big. And when we're trying to conserve water, if we have to do that, not that we've suffered too much with that, have we? Well, there's two things, is we can have that popped in there and, excuse me, we can put less water in it if we want to do the dishes. The other thing is, if we've got anything that's a bit greasy and a bit yucky, I can just pile it in there, take it out, particularly if we're in a caravan park. If we've got some really dirty dishes, take them across to the camp sink, or if there's a tap, we can rinse them off or whatever. So that's just a really handy thing to have when you're on the road. I was using this plastic container because we were getting a little bit low on water or something. I can't remember why I used it, but we saw that at Big W. It was about $15.
Yeah.
So Big W, that one, folks, and it folds down. The other thing that we always take on the road, tell us about these little numbers, Aidan. If you like us and you watch any of the camping shows, what are those 4x4 guys called that we were watching last night? 4x4 Life?
4WD24.
Yeah.
They were up in the Kimberley, up in the Carson River track in the Kimberley.
Yes, and we watched quite a few of those, and Aidan always just does this little jump for joy when they are frying up these tinned potatoes.
Hey, even Jamie Oliver used them a few weeks ago, we saw on TV.
He did,
and I can say I have been using them since 2000, I think. When we started camping first.
Yeah.
And we were taking him away and people would laugh at me, but it's catching on.
Yeah, it's only taken 23 years. But they actually have changed a lot since when I used to have them as a kid, and they tasted gross. They had them in that juice and they had the ones with the mint. Yeah. And nowadays I think they're obviously just in some sort of water or something. And honestly, folks, they are great particularly if you're cooking over the fire, aren't they?
They're great on the fire, on the frying pan.
Yeah.
They're good in the air fryer too.
Yes, yeah. So, they're just a staple that we've got. And the way I roll
there's going to be 2 Irish people, so we need...
There's going to be a lot of Irish people about.
Don't worry, there's more than 4 cans.
And we are taking fresh potatoes as well. But this is kind of the way I roll with packing, folks. This week I did do up a bit of a meal list because we are going to be out a bit more remote. There is a supermarket at Ullawarra, but you just never know that you can get everything you need, particularly if you're celiac. So as many of you know, I'm celiac, and it just turns out by chance that Aidan's niece is celiac as well. So she chose a good place to come and stay, didn't she? Because I'm all over that. So yeah, I do.
So there'll only be one having pies at the bakery.
yeah, Aidan will be the only one at the bakery. But so the way I roll is when we're doing a trip like this and we kind of know how long we're going to be, is I do up pretty much a meal plan and then make sure I've got everything for those meals, particularly for the gluten-free. And then make sure it's all here. I bring it into the van, lay it out, and then I go hell for leather packing it all away. If I was going to get really anal, I'd actually pack it in order of how I was going to do the meal. Because I am a organisation queen, but not going that far today. So the other thing about the clear containers, I was just going to show everyone, Aidan, is I think we showed this before, but we do have them in the fridge as well. And that really makes a big difference for packing your fridge. Many of you would know if you're out on the dirt roads and things and it's pretty rocky, you definitely want to be doing that.
A few in the freezer.
Yeah, and the other reason, we usually have sauces and things stacked in there as well, and we can pick that one up and take it out to the table if we're cooking outside. We have got meats down here, which I'll show you the video I did yesterday in a minute of cryovac food. So cryovac cold meats and things.
And lovely corned beef from our local butcher.
Yeah, we use our local butcher, cook that up in the slow cooker and then cryovac it all. One of the other reasons being is I don't really eat processed meats and things like that. So That's always good, particularly like this trip. We're going to be doing some pretty big walks, so no one wants to be around Leah when she's hungry, or Aidan for that matter. Good luck to Aidan's niece.
Don't worry, we do have more in the freezer.
Yes.
Including our lovely Joseph ice cube container.
Oh yeah, they're new as well. Did we show you those guys? Sorry, just fast forward if you've seen it. We've got some meal prepping containers that we got, but these, oh, love it. So, Aidan, I don't know how, in the middle of winter, will always want ice in his water or drink. And I just go, oh, I shudder because my teeth can't stand that. Except his beer. But he likes his beer very cold. Anyhow, it was driving me nuts because, you know, you got to get ice out all the time. There's no point having an ice machine because a lot of the time we're off grid and, you know, don't really want to use the power for an ice machine. So he found these ice cube trays, which are so good. I haven't actually, he ordered them online. I haven't seen them in the shops, but I guess they might be there. They are Joseph. They basically, you fill them up with your water, but as you can see, the lid has got a divider. And so it divides the ice cubes beautifully, and you can then just actually lift them out. You don't even have to twist and carry on and get them all over your bench. I mean, small thing, but he saw them and we thought we'd give them a whirl.
And it has a lid so you can freeze it while you're driving.
And that's the other thing, we really got it because it's got the lid so that we can put the water in. Otherwise, inevitably, if you're driving, you forget to fill them up because the water's going to go everywhere. So we're giving those a whirl. The other thing we had to show you, which I'm a little bit excited about, and I have to get Aidan to show you that.
Oh, you better hold this thing.
Yes. We found this online and we're giving this a whirl. Don't worry, girls, he's not about to undress.
So, it's a little suction.
Yeah.
So it sticks onto the glass or plastic.
Yeah.
You won't stick onto this because it's too rough.
Yes. And the outside of the van it should stick to as well. It's a clothes rack.
And
Okay.
Comes out. You can fold it around.
Yep. And we can put hangers through the little holes there. When we've actually got it out in the road and we're trying it outside, we'll demonstrate it again. But we just popped it in here to see if it fits all okay, because we actually have got a duct for our diesel heater in there so that it becomes a drying room if you need to dry stuff off.
And it just unclips like that.
And then it just unsuctions off. So can you just hold that please, love, so we can have a good look at that. And it's quite heavy. It is quite heavy, so it's good quality. So we're giving that a go because I absolutely hate that washing line. You know, like the washing lines where you, like the old Hills Hoist mini ones, and then you have to peg it down and all that. We do have one of those and we'll use it. We can't have a washing line on our awning because it rolls up. It's an electric awning. So we're giving this a go. And it's also good for us to use in the tailgate camper as well. It just packs away to that. How long do you reckon that would be, love?
35, maybe 40 centimetres at the most.
Yeah, it's probably about 40 centimetres.
It falls out to over a metre.
Yeah, and where did you buy that?
Oh,
Can you remember?
Can't remember. I saw a link, post or ad on Facebook for it, and I went, oh, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
I've seen a few since, but yes.
But that one wasn't on Amazon, was it?
No.
No, so you'll just have to Google if you, I don't even know what you'd call it. Anyway, we were wondering if it was going to turn up and be cheap and crappy because you just don't know, but it's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I've actually used it inside the house.
With 8 or 10 jumpers or shirts.
Yeah, hanging up. So it's a great one for in the house as well. Anyway, folks, that's a few new additions. I have shown you my tiny little mini 2-cup rice cooker before. As you can see with that box of cereal next to it, how small it is. That's really cool. That gets used in the house a lot as well. So that always comes on the road for when we need that. What you got cooking? Good looking? What's going on here?
You know, corned beef sliced up for sandwiches. Now we'll cryovac it.
So this is Aidan's best buddy, this cryovacuum machine. Let me come around that way, love. As you can see, guys and girls, we're getting organised to get going. We're trying to, in between ill health and all of that. And we do try and be organised and cryovac our meats for on the road. Some butchers will do it for you. If they can't do it, then we cryovac it. And we definitely cryovac. Oh, how rude! We definitely cryovac some cold meats for on the road. Not really into buying packaged and processed meats. We try and do it ourselves. Mainly because of my allergies and things, it's just a lot easier that way. So this little machine is worth its weight in gold before we get out on the road, isn't it, Aidan?
Yep.
Right, how long does that take now? I don't get involved with cryovacing, people. Hi. Yeah, looking like a wreck. Oh my God, I've been so crook. It's taking ages to get over. But I don't get involved with the cryovacing machine. I don't really have a lot of patience for that sort of thing. I get frustrated. So Aidan's very patient, as you would have gathered, putting up with me. So anyway, cryovac's out, getting organised, and this is what it looks like when it comes out of the machine. Okay, so really well sealed. Obviously we keep our eye on those. When they're in the fridge. We've had a couple of times where the bag's moved around in the van fridge, or it's got pierced, and obviously you need to be checking it before you consume what's in it. But yeah, it's really great for out in the road. Flattens everything down, takes up less room in the fridge. And then, as you've probably seen before, we've got our clear baskets in the fridge, which makes it really easy to see what you've got in there. So it does make, all those little things do make a little bit of a difference on the road.
This one's a Pro line, and it is far better than any of the cheaper models I've had before.
Yeah. So what's this one, love?
It's a Pro line.
Oh, hang on, I'll come around that side, because it's just in case anyone wanted to be doing this at home. This is not an advert. I repeat, this is not an advert. This is just what we happen to have at home. Proline cryovac. And Aidan's had a few of them, and this one's been the best, isn't it?
This one's the best because it doesn't actually generally need a break after 4 or 5 bags.
Yes, exactly. You can you plough on, don't you,
Yep.
for ages with that one. If you're watching this video, this is our home base, guys and girls, and this is our kitchen. And I reckon we've got more bloody room in the caravan. Don't you, Aidan?
Well, I'm not far off it.
Yeah, but that's fine. It works, whatever. There's only the 2 of us here, a majority of the time. But anyway, if you've been watching some of our videos, you've probably noticed this weird contraption hanging on the wall. Now, Aidan, tell us. Now, not this one. This is my trusty bottle opener that I got at Herberton Historical Village. And it is made from one piece of steel, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And he shaped us for us, the blacksmith. Look at that. Bloody love it. It's one of my favourite possessions in the whole world. But anyway, the thing I was thinking, yes, that hideous thing. Look at that thing. Oh my Lord. Do I know I'm living with a man? Yes. Because, hang on a minute. What is the go with that thing, Aidan?
It's a fly spot.
Yes.
And it works quite well.
Tell me where we got this fly spot.
It's a corn.
Look at this, people. It's hideous. It's leather.
With a bamboo handle.
And it is not winning any glamour kitchen steak awards, is it? It hangs in the kitchen. He refuses to have it anywhere else. And where did we get it from?
Corn.
The Corn Festival. Excuse me. And there was a man there that makes them. And he said, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What did he say, Aidan? He said, yes, supposedly it's a fly swat.
Yes, but it might help keep you in line.
And didn't he say you can use it for whatever you like? So if you're wondering, everyone, yep. Very, very classy fly swat hanging there on our wall. It's classy stuff in the house. What else we got going on out here, sweetheart?
Oh, well, we do have our new addition, our air fryer.
Oh yes, we've decided to have an air fryer on board.
Yep. JB Hi-Fi.
Yep.
The Philips one on special.
Yeah.
The end of the line, so.
Yeah. Well, we thought we'd use one at
box, but they did give us a box.
Well, that doesn't matter, but we use one at home, and we just thought that was good to have out on the road. We do. Well, I've just got to say with that, we don't eat out a lot.
No.
Because I just have so many allergies. So often we will stop at the bakery and things because Aidan can obviously just really enjoy that. I have so many allergies that it's easier for me just to cook everything that I need to eat. So, you know, if we can make it easier on the road, that's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously we're prepping for when we're on the road longer term, which hopefully will be when, Aidan?
Next year.
Next year. Where are we going to go, Aidan?
Oh, we can't tell them that yet.
Where do we hope to go?
Well, we're hoping to go to WA.
Starts with W and ends with A.
But we might go via Queensland.
Yes. Might be the long way round. Who knows? Depends when we can get away and where we're at with the weather, of course. Anyhow, the other addition that we have is this
Blue Yeti 200-watt folding solar panel.
Ah, yes. Now, why did you decide, Aidan, let's tell everyone we're not reviewing this yet, are we?
No, we only got it a week ago. I've tested it and it works.
And hang on a minute, did Blue Yeti send it to you?
No.
Did we pay for it?
Of course we did.
Yes. So this is not a promotion for Blue Yeti, everyone. Aidan's a master researcher and decided he'd go with this one, didn't you?
Yes, I did a lot of research, and obviously the main reason, like while we have 1440 watts of solar on the roof, we have 800 amp hours of lithium.
Yeah.
On the last trip, we were finding that even though it was sunny, because it's winter and we're in the southern hemisphere and south of the tropic, we were running, say, 30 to 35% of the power in a day. But then we'd only recharge maybe 25 to 30%.
So we had a bit of a rough run, didn't we?
Well, it's just the angle of the sun, so we were losing that little bit of sun. Solar power or battery power every day. So after 6 or 8 days, you kind of had to plug in.
Yeah, and also let's remind everyone our van is
fully electric and
fully electric.
No gas.
No gas. So it did, obviously we're still seeing how we go with it. But we just decided we just needed a little extra. So Aidan did some research. Well, we've bought this one.
Yeah. So when you look at it and you go, right, the flat panels on the roof, with the sun coming down on top of them, fully recharged, no problem.
Yeah, we haven't had a problem.
Being winter, you're getting it at a different angle and you can't angle the ones on the roof.
Yeah.
So from my research, you could lose up to 50% of your capacity because of that loss.
Yeah.
So we just went, well, let's get some as a backup.
Just get an
rather
extra.
than a generator. Now
to give it a go, we're going to see, aren't we?
Now, I was looking at a 400-watt panel, but they're big.
Yeah.
And when I started measuring, I couldn't actually fit a 400-watt folding panel anywhere in the van.
And where you wanted to keep it?
Well, basically anywhere in the van.
Yeah.
It wouldn't fit except on the bed, which is not where you want it.
Yeah, because we just want things to be easy.
So we wanted... So
this one, as you would have seen, Aidan's, we've got this side locker in the van, which is really for generators and things like that. And Aidan obviously measured before we got it, and we decided it can fit right in there. But we got 2 of them, didn't we?
I got 2 of them, so that we do have 400 watts in total.
Yeah.
And a nice controller so that it controls the whole lot and takes all the power, and we'll pump it into the caravan. Yeah. Or even into the canopy and the ram if we need to.
So did you have to make up a special connection for that to go in, love? Or?
No, there's already an Anderson plug on the front where the blackjack plugs in. Yeah. So we can use that to power up.
And we'll do a proper run through of it.
I've made up a few connections to connect the controller to this and to the Anderson plug.
Yeah, and we'll do a run through of that, everyone, when we've actually used it, because, it might not be great. We might not love it, and you'll hear about that if that's the case. So we'll do a proper review, but we're just showing you what's new.
Yeah. And this one you can adjust the angles quite well.
Yeah.
So to actually open it is relatively easy.
Okay.
Just fold out the...
I was quite surprised when I picked it up. It was quite weighty, so it's quite sturdy, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a fair bit of weight in it, but you can angle it, and the stands have 3 different preset settings. So that's it set up.
So it's got the stands there. And we'll give that a whirl.
We'll give that a whirl. When I had it going in the backyard the other day, not in ideal conditions, I would say.
Yes.
But it was still, for a 200 watt panel on an overcast day, it was still doing, I think, 150 watts.
Okay, yep.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's just we were on those bad days that we had with the bad weather. We weren't down by much, were we?
No.
You know, we were doing everything normally with the van, and we just needed that little extra boost.
It does come with a reasonable length lead.
Yep. Okay, can you remember how much that was, love? I know we've had it in the office for a while.
They were on special. I think I ended up getting them for $5.60 each or something like that.
Okay, yeah. So it is an investment for sure.
It's about 8 kilos. But it has nice carry handles and everything, so it's not hard to...
Yeah.
And it fits.
Yeah, so that's where we're at, folks.
So it fits nicely in here.
Yeah, in the side, in with all our other stuff. I mean, obviously with our towing, we're pretty lucky with the Ram, with weights and things like that.
We'll stay, because of everything else packed in, we'll stay nice and upright.
Yeah, and this is the rig, folks. So many of you have seen that before. If you notice us out in the road, Bushtracker. Got a couple of little vantasticaus stickers on the back, so if you're behind us, you'll know. Give us a toot if you go past. Hey?
Yep.
So she's all spruced up, ready to go on the back of the Ram. So might see some of you out in the road, folks. Hope we do. If you see us, please come and say hello. We had someone message us the other day who had seen us across at Port Augusta, and she messaged after she'd seen us and said, oh, I was going to say hello but I didn't, and you look like you were in a hurry. Well, actually we weren't in a hurry, but we weren't feeling the best, but we probably looked like death walked over. So if you see us, please come and say hello. Always love to have a chat and talk all things caravaning, camping, Australia. We love it. So
just don't stop us when we're setting up. Give us 5 minutes to set up.
Yeah, give us 5 minutes to set up. But same for everyone, isn't it? You just want to get set up and get organised. So yeah, we've got some adventures coming on the way, and looking forward to sharing it with you. If you've got any questions about anything, just drop it in the comments below. Always happy to help if we can, aren't we?
Yep.
All right, guys.
And we won't tell them about your new selfie stick.
Oh God. Selfie stick. Don't even get me started. Yes, I'm using a new selfie stick. Excuse me. But, you know, because you have to, don't you? We're not like those professional four-wheel drive shows with a camera crew behind us. So can't wait to show you guys the Red Centre, and we don't really know when we'll get time to get it up online or whatever, but we'll do our best to get it out to you as soon as we can, and cross our fingers it all goes well up there. Yep. You have checked the hot water service, haven't you, Aidan?
Yes. It's all working.
It's all working. And just on that, the hot water service, as you know, it flooded, but there's not even a smell in the van of dampness or anything. So we're pretty...
When I was cleaning up and checking everything, I did open a lot of the drawers underneath and actually Some of them underneath the bench or underneath the seat.
Yeah.
You can't, because you can take the cover off, you can't actually see, and there's no sign of any damp
So
wetness or anything under there.
Yeah, this stage it looks like we've got no long-term damage. If we have...
Except PTSD from it.
Yes, we just have to talk to Bushtracker if there is anything, and they've been great about it. But I've got to say, I do have a bit of stress about it. It was just actually a really stressful day. It's someone commented and said, "Oh, I think you just took it all too seriously." Oh, really? Brand new van, to open up the door of your brand new van and water is flooding out on the road. It's not a good time. And yes, it's all worked out in the end. We've got it sorted, and cross our fingers it's all good.
We've had quite a few comments from people that have had similar experiences with pipes bursting, or
and
one person that came home to find their pipes burst at home.
Yeah, and I guess it is because the van is gasless. We obviously can't have an instantaneous gasless hot water service, which would be my preference, especially now. But you know, there's learnings in everything. So what it has reminded us to do is we will, particularly if we're coming down the heavy tracks and the hard tracks and a lot of corrugations, we will pop our head in where the hot water service is and check everything.
There's that many joins and everything, and it's not just the hot water, it's everywhere else. There's joins and
I mean, in your whole van there's just connections everywhere, but we will check that one, and we are going to go and see Bushtracker when we have a service done on the van before we head off on the big trip, and I want to chat to them about what the options are with it after what we've been through. But anyway, it's all good.
Some people have commented that they've had fitted sealed boxes around their hot water system, that it's only accessible from the outside, but then the problem, if it bursts, you'll probably lose your hot water system because it'll fill up the box with water. So
it's a bit damned if you do and damned if you don't. But anyway, that's caravanning life. You know, it doesn't all go right all of the time. Anyhow, we'll see.
You can only do so much to prevent something, and sometimes preventing it is more damaging than not preventing it.
So let's see what happens, hey? Hopefully that's it. Hopefully when Aidan starts the car up in a minute and we check the lights.
They're all working.
Did you check this morning? The brake lights and the tail lights and all of that everything's working? Because, you know, we've had that happen earlier in the year as well. But cross our fingers, all good, and we'll look forward to seeing some of you in the Red Centre, won't we?
Yep.
Okay, bye. Bye. So he's just in, and we're just going to double check everyone. Are the lights working? Let's go and check it out. Oh, I love that sound. Looks like we're good to go. Just got a little more packing to do to get on the road. One thing I've learned is always stand where he can see me. We've got our own little sign language going on, and it's all good. See you out in the road, guys.